Let's go back. So we want to look at this one. When it says solve and you're solving an equation, it's best just to put them in left side in y1, right side in y2. Okay.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we'll do y equals parentheses x minus 3 close parentheses squared, and then 25 on the others. Right?
I think so.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I can hit graph. Okay. For mine, it came up with it showing in my screen. You know, I want to intersect. I get to find the 2 points, right? That it intersects, because a quadratic has two solutions. So let me do this. Okay, so I muted. I'm going to teach it, then I'll come back and I'll ask questions here in a second. So if you, if it doesn't do for you as far as the window limits, we got a horizontal line at 25, so you can type in 40 would be fine, and then hit graph, and it'll bring it a little bit better for you. There we go. Now, so we're going to go second, trace, 5, and we're just going to do an intersect, right? So I'm going to get close to this. I'll hit enter, enter, enter. So it's going to intersect the first time at -2. Okay. So that's one of my answers. So one of my answers is going to be -2. My other answer is going to be, let me go second, trace 5, because if I can find out where they intersect, then that's going to be the x values that I need when you're solving for x, right? Okay, so we'll just move it over there, enter, 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 and that's at 8. So this is going to really -2 and 8. So, but you need to put it -2, 8. All right.
Okay.
Now, there's a square root method that you could do if you remember it from algebra. Okay.
Okay.
Where you just take the square root of both sides, and then you'd have like.
So you take the square root of x minus 3 squared, and then you take the square root of.
So to be right, so it'd be +3. So I'd have x equals 8 and -2, right?
Yes, sir.
+5 + 3 is 8. -5 + 3 is -2, right? So
yes, sir.
There. Okay. All right. That was
That's all I have.
All right. Okay. Anybody else? Let's see, we got me. Mitzi.
I was having problems with section 2.2, number 8.
Okay. Let me go out and get it. Okay. What we can do is, Mitzi, you have a TI 83 or 84?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do this with the calculator, and I'll show you. I can't remember if I got to this one on the video or not, but basically we'll just take yes. There. All right, so I'll teach you how to type this in, and for x is greater than 0, we'll make it look like this, right? We'll go out to 21 on our x, and let's see what our y's need to go to, just -2 and there we go, -2 and +3. So here we go. Okay, so we hit clear here. So we'll go y equals, so I'm going to go second x squared, which is x, right? Arrow out, arrow to the right will get you out from underneath the square root. If you got an 84, type it in math type. If it's an 83 and it throws up a parentheses, just put x and close parentheses. So -2 for x is greater than 0. Okay, -2. All right, so that's the equation. But they're giving us a domain restriction that says for x greater than 0, right? Greater than or equal to 0. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. So I guess you could look at a table and just start at 0 if you wanted to from here. But I'm going to show you a little bit. It's going to help you when we get into piecewise or doing more piecewise and stuff like that. So, all right, so hit division, parentheses, x, and then we'll go to second math, and it will be number 4, and then put 0, close parentheses. And what that does is that is a domain restriction that you can actually tell your calculator only start at 0 on for x's, okay? Let's look at our windows. We want to go, well, let's see what they went, 0 to 22. So 0, enter, 22, enter, stepping it by 1's fine. -2, enter, and 3. All right, and if I hit that, hit graph now, that's what is shown right here, okay? Now, what they're wanting you to do is they're wanting you to evaluate, okay? So we're going to say, well, let me just grab this. All right. Go to the next screen. Okay. So basically, they're giving you outputs. So these are outputs. So they're saying, what is x when y equals 1.5? Okay. So what we're going to do is we can, on our calculators, pretty easy, put go to y2 and type in 1.5, and then just hit graph. And then we want that intersection right there. So second trace, number 5, and it's right there at it. So enter, 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 and it's at 12.25. So what we're doing is, when x is 12.25, the output's equal to 1.5. Okay. You can't see what they're giving you, and hoping that you'll do is go here and like 1.5, boom, and then coming down and kind of estimating. That's fine. You might put 12.4 and the tolerance does not take care of it. So instead of having to guess and everything, it's better just let the calculator do it for you. So on this one, we're going to say what is x when y equals 2.25. So again, we'll go and take our calculators and go y equals 2.25. Yeah. And then we'll hit graph. And we'll just do second trace. Number 5, hit the intersect for that, right? Enter. And they tell us 18.06, right? So 18.06, right? All right, so the other ones is this. Where is it on the x-axis that your outputs are less than 1, right? So we know it starts at 0, right? So I'll put it in interval here in a second, or inequality form here in a second, but I just want to kind of show you as an interval notation. So what we're going to do is hit this. We're going to draw a horizontal line at 1. And the reason we're going to do that is it's going to allow us to put 1 there. Find that x, and that's what we're wanting. Second trace, second trace, 5, enter, and it's at 9, right? So that's very important. So it goes all the way up to 9. Okay. At 9, it'll be still less than 1. Okay. So that's the parentheses. But they wanted in inequality. So 0 less than equal to x less than 9. Okay. Equal to gets a bracket. The parentheses for the 9 is not included, right? Because the 1 is not included. On this one, it's where is the outputs greater than negative 0.25. So again, we need the x value, okay? So we'll go back to y equals. Oh, shoot. Oh, there's no undo. Okay, I got to type it in again. Crap. Let me hit this. Minus 2 divided by parentheses x, second math, 4, 0, and then what is it? Negative 0.25, so negative 0.25, and then hit graph. And we're going to find that intersection point, which is second trace, because I'm going to find the intersect. And then we're going to move it down here just for get it close. With it just 2 things being on there, we'll be okay. But and then enter 3.0625. So 3.06. So
I can hear you through my dang headphones.
Do what now?
Sorry.
No.
I didn't know my mic was on. Okay.
All right. So we're looking for outputs greater than that, right? So we know that at 3.0625, it is at that y value, negative 0.25. Everything from this x on would be greater than that line as far as the outputs. Okay. So x greater than 3.06. And we use just a greater instead of greater than equal to because of the inequality is not equal to on that one. Okay. So that's kind of how you kind of look at that. Because as an inequality, it'd be this, right? Positive INF for y'all, right? That's not a bracket, that's a parentheses, but more draw over it, it looks like that. Okay. What else? Or what questions do you have off of that?
When I was trying to graph that on my calculator, my graph stayed in the negative section and it didn't go up to the negative.
Okay.
I mean, to the positive.
Up here in the Y?
Yes.
Okay. See, right now, look at my window limits. The x-axis goes on the this, it goes from 0 to 21. I put 22. And then the Y goes from -2 to 3. So if you go second trace, not second trace, if you just hit window, that window button, I typed in 0 and 22, and then Y min is -2 and 3. And that'll scale it to be exactly what's in that view of your graph, which is pretty cool because then you ain't got to worry about anything else. You know, they've done your window limits for you. And then when you hit graph, you're seeing that. Well, maybe not the red line, but you're at least seeing the blue line on that.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, what else?
That's it for me.
Okay. Mitzi, you got any more? Are you still working on stuff or?
I'm still working on some.
Okay. When you go in to take your midterm this week, whatever day you choose, you'll go in and check in. They'll check your ID and make you sign a piece of paper. And then you just pick out a computer and you'll have your note formula sheet, right? And your calculator. And you'll go to Edfinity and it will be open. Right now, it's made invisible. I'll turn it back on tomorrow and have it for you for the 6th. I think it's tomorrow's Tuesday, so 6 to 8. It'll be visible for those hours. Okay, just be mindful if you do click on it, you have started it, so please don't. And I'll fix the dates on the stuff that I gave the email last night. I'll fix those dates on chapter 4. So we'll get those all finished and then it'll be reflective of what you got, okay?
Okay, thank you.